Most city consists of about 30,000 square feet of actual space, and we have a hill built inside. We run Team SBM out of here, which is a competition team based in Texas. And look, we just come here to train today. So this is a good gym that if you're in the city of Houston and you're a competitor or non-competitor, just come here and just work.
Welcome to Built by Iron.
Built by Iron, Season 1, Episode 3.
In 2013, I broke my elbow, broke the tip of it off, sat at home, got super depressed, got fat, got lazy, and I was getting older, so I just kind of said to myself, dude, if you don't do something now, like, you're never going to. So, September, October of 2014, I decided, like, all right, I'm gonna hire a coach, and I'm gonna do a show. I didn't have a clue what I was gonna do, but I figured I'd do something, so. Fat.
What got me into fitness was, honestly, the simplest thing is when my friend said, hey, you should do this thing called an NPC show. I go, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. Because if you know me, like Stephanie and all them guys do, that I have what they call, I don't know, what is it, ADD? Anyways, I don't believe it. I just have a creative imagination. But my very first show, like I've always been a football player, but my very first show was the Phil Heath, and that's where I met Troy Williams and his wife, and that's where I met Stephanie, that's where I met his team SBN, and honestly, from looking at all their athletes and learning who they are and establishing a relationship with them, that's really who got me into keep pushing who it is.
The process of learning how to lift, lifting weights, going through the process of competing, doing my first show, I would say the biggest thing that I learned is resilience, self-awareness, and self-reliance. Because, I mean, it's great to have, like, the camaraderie, good people in the industry, but they are few and far between. So, count yourself fortunate if you have at least one good, decent person, but two, you learn so much about what you're capable of. What you can do for yourself, how far you can push yourself. It's very challenging mentally, emotionally, physically. And then there's the diet too, and that's just hell sometimes. So.
Being a collegiate football player, always being an athlete, all you guys know, you can always push yourself past the limits. But the difference between pushing myself past the limits of a football game to as competition is that I'm doing something for 16 weeks, and once I established that, I was able to realize that once I can conquer anything physically but my mind. That's what is the funnest thing to learn about, is that once you stick your mind to it, I swear to God, you can do anything you want.
I never really started this to go pro, because when I started, I didn't know what the hell pro was. I just thought, I'll do it and see what happens, and at least I can look back later and say, oh, that's the best I've ever looked. I'd love to go pro, but I do know it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of determination.
After meeting everyone in this industry, all the big names and all that, I met it's blessing is that they kind of gave the chance to, like, teach me about what I want to do and all that, to give back, because I'm just a kid from Houston. Michael Hamilton, who is that? He has a job, he graduated, cool, let's be around, but so what I want to do with this is, it was originally to go pro, and it was to have a car, but then after meeting everybody and then establishing my physical change, everyone was asking me how to do this, this, and this. So now my goal is to, not that I want to motivate and inspire, is that, like, I hope I guess it's to motivate and inspire people, because that's what I do on my Instagram, is that I love it whenever someone comes up to me and I'm able to put a smile on their face. That's the favorite part that I love. And like you said, there is a lot of selfless people in this industry, but you know what? Who cares? Just keep doing something for somebody, and eventually the table will turn. So I think that's that's where I want to go with this. Like, I just love helping people. I love looking at somebody that coming to me and literally be like, man, this happened because I looked at you and I didn't give up because of you, and so on.
Next time on Built by Iron.